Yo. The legend of the hustle. The presence of muscle. Yeah, respect, trust, though. God appreciation, though. Yo, listen, we ain't gonna be freestyling during this one. We got some serious talk about. The 6 minutes, bit. You're on. Yo, how's everybody doing tonight? Chilling? Saturday night? At home, got the little rain in the background. Massachusetts, New Bedford, City. How we get down? Yep. Got to get this freestyling out my head. How y'all doing out there tonight? Got some things to talk about, yo. Some serious things to talk about. Run them down on the paper and everything. Yo, I got my written today. Okay. Fash came out, did a couple little freestyles. Now we're gonna do some of my writtens. What? No, I ain't gonna be singing for y'all. Listen, we got some serious things to talk about today. As you can see, name of the title, maintenance, drugs, spirituality, psychology, the psychology behind it. You know, Fash 3.9. Got that around here somewhere. Oh, man. There we go. Got that 3.9 GPA. Phi Theta Kappa. Oh, wrong side. Phi Theta Kappa. So smart. He show you the blank side. This thing right here. Boop. Graduated all A's, 1B. Okay. So the kid knows a little bit about a little bit. Nothing. The kid knows nothing. Listen to the way he speaks. No, nothing. What you know? I know nothing. Listen. Okay. So Joey G grew up in the Port City, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Everybody knows that. You know, I've been out here telling my story and sharing. And the reason being is so we could connect, so we could learn, right? Build these bridges. Fash was a combat engineer, United States Marine Corps, and strongly, so this diploma over here represents a little bit of psychology. Strongly believes in emotional intelligence. If anybody ever heard Fash speak about his grandfather, simple man, worked with a torch, scrap metal, pretty much led into my father's successful company that was $1.2 million company I sold when I was upstate, yeah. And so it all started with just a truck and a trailer, like anybody could do it. Fash was born, grew up in the projects and whatnot, Section 8 housing, and then, you know what I mean, mom worked, held it down for a household of a lot of kids. And I'm out here to share some recovery type tips though. Fash, is he, I don't know, member, friends, family, always got the family in the NA, we got the family in NA, we got the family in AA, we got the family in Christianity, we got the family in Muslim, the Brotherhood, we got family everywhere, Buddhism, we got family all around the world, everywhere. So a Marine's taught everywhere you go, you got to leave it a little bit better than when you came, right? So everywhere I went was beautiful. Japan, Egypt, Ireland, California, everywhere I went was already beautiful. So what can I do? I can leave some love, right? That's what we do. We leave some love. So that's what this channel is all about. That's what Fash is all about. Fash is about the music. Strongly believes and thanks the muses on the planet that's come together and developed this brotherhood through it, as one would say. But seriously, yo, so I'm here to talk about maintenance, drugs, spirituality, recovery, the psychology behind it, pause. These are all terms that, you know, we learn in early recovery and stuff like that. And I want to touch bases with a lot of people because it's not just early recovery. I don't believe it's just early recovery. Because listen, we already know that addiction is just a symptom, right? Addiction is just a symptom. So it's going to come back with every single time that disease, the underlying disease comes out, that some kind of addiction is going to come with it, whether it's coffee, whether it's self-addiction, whatever it is, the addiction's addiction, sex, drugs, rock and roll, however you want it. Okay, so fingerprints, right? Fash went through college, got the 3.9 GPA. I'm very good at writing. As you can tell, public speaking, I'm a better performer than a speaker. But we can sit here and we're gonna, talk a little bit. So maintenance drugs. Let's talk maintenance drugs for a second. Because there's a stigma behind that alone. They got the methadone clinics out there. They got the sparks on. They got ways to get off of these serious drugs, right? And some people just shy away just hearing their very words, right? Or some people wouldn't even consider these people all the way, what they call clean, And to what FAST say is every recovery plan, treatment plan should be as unique as the person's fingerprint. Fashion's fingers a little dirty. I was playing a little bit. I should clean my hands before I come on stage. Yo, but anyway, stick with Fash for a second. So, yes. All right. So I see these things like so Fash has experienced this stuff. I've done pills back in 02. I had to kick a bad OC habit after a car accident. I was out there sniffing 7 to 10 80s a day. This is facts. Before Fash went upstate to prison, I come out here, I put all my stuff out here because I tell you what, one of the good thing about the halls, NAAA, Christianity, all this stuff, it teaches you to become free of your sin, become free of whatever's holding you back, hindering you, release it out there. Release it out to the world, release it out to God, however you believe. Please do not shy away if you just hear the word God out of Fash's mouth, out of Joey's mouth. When I describe God, I just want you to please envision, please interpret it as the most beautiful thing you can think of on the planet, because that's all I'm trying to refer to. The baby's perfect smile, the first kiss, the whatever, the first dance, listen, everything that was just perfect, the perfect creation is what I'm very grateful for, right? So back to these maintenance drugs and the treatments plans, why they should be as unique as the person. What's up, family? Is that okay? So I see, for anybody that's ever used opiates before, opiates is a strong drug form, yes. But for two, it was an epidemic out here in Massachusetts and all throughout the world, right? Like Fash said, in 02 is when I went to detox and I was on some OCs, and I remember kicking it just as hard, and I didn't even understand that it was the same thing as heroin. I didn't even understand it was synthetic heroin. Fash didn't even understand that it was sniffing. I did understand. I ain't gonna play ignorant to the game. I knew what the heck it was. It was just I thought I was doing a little bit cleaner. Come to find out, ain't no strangers in the rain. But listen. So we got these drugs out here that when Fash went through detox, I detoxed in the VA. With the VA, their system was very simple. They put you on lithium for 4 days, 3 or 4 days. They let you sleep it off. On the 5th day, you're shaking it out. They ain't giving you a thing, right? So that's the way Fash detoxed first time he ever detoxed in his life. Now, full honesty, I put all my honesty out there in the air. Fash came across another problem in life, right? And been around some people, learned some things in jail and out of jail. It's crazy. Went in a civilian, came out still a civilian, just with some things that some intelligence, some wisdom, some things that I pray for, because we're going to bring God into this in a second. All glory is going to God here in a second. It's this. So, ladies and gentlemen, however you identify. So this too is to Fash. God is not a gender either. It's all complete. To me, God is all complete. God is something that I couldn't even imagine. I thank God for miracles. Like that's something I don't even know. And Fash had a near-death experience, so much so that my face was face down. I was face down to this floor, this room that I was in, and I absolutely knew I had a divine presence above me, was not speaking to me, but I knew that I had to beg for my life at that moment. At that very moment, I was having a rod pulled out of I was having my staring column pulled out of my face, out of my cerebellum. It was lodged into my brain. I flatlined twice. God bless the neurosurgeon's hand. They took it out of my face. And as I'm in there begging in my NDE, my near-death experience, I came back too. And ever since, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because there's a lot to explain in this. We could go back in chapters afterwards. But right now, what we're talking about is ever since then, I've been on borrowed time. So on borrowed time, I've offered myself to God to be like, please use me for a vessel. I'm in prison for 7 years away from my children. My children was 4 and 6 when I left them. When I came back, they were 11 and 13. I missed a huge chunk of my children's childhood, and they did not have these face-to-face cams, which is a huge blessing. Keep feeding that. It says in the Bible, visit your prisoners. You don't just kick people when they're down. And this is a point of this message as well. You know what I mean? So Fash is coming along a point into his life where he was introduced to these maintenance drugs. He was introduced to Suboxone. And I had a couple faults in my life where I went through a period of depression, lost another house, another family, lost my little brother, and ended up using pills again. In doing so, created my own opiate habit, woke it back up like a bear. After 20 years, woke it up like a beast. Luckily, I didn't have to wake it up for that long because somebody had told me that there was this new thing called Suboxone, right? I was like, what the heck is Suboxone? And they were like, listen, you put this under your tongue tomorrow and your stomach will not hurt and you will not have to search for this illegal drug that you've been looking for. And so there's clinics for this. There's actual clinics for this. Fash was blessed that I went through this and I was able to get off of this. So I'm going to tell you, like, there's hope on both sides of this. There's hopes on both sides of this. Everybody's treatment plan should be unique and defined to that person's character and needs and environment. There's so much that goes on to a person. So this is why Fash believes in science and believes in God. And science is a blessing to Fash. Fash thanks God for understanding, prays for wisdom. Like King Solomon, like the rapper Nas used to talk about. Like sometimes some of these ideas were introduced to me through muses, and why I feel it's so important to saturate knowledge and wisdom into the music, as did some of our leaders, all of our great ones, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, name it. You know what I mean? I always said the 10 Cracker wasn't about that. Listen, it's business tips, nitwits. He wasn't doing whipping stick. Like, listen, all right, children, little pieces. Fash has got so much stuff to do, right? So as of late, we're going to get back to this. Maintenance drug real quick. So Fash was told that there was this substance out there that could take my pain away from my tummy, right? So I went through the little treatment, did that. Was able to kick that after a period of, it took like 2-3 weeks of hurting and to finally be like, all right, and then moving on the next day. And Fash has fellow friends that also, this has become a part of their treatment plan, however they walk, their path, whatever, it become a piece of their path, it helps them not chase a very bad thing. It gives them shelter over a very bad thing too, because I can understand that. Listen, like Fash came into a bag not too long ago. And not for nothing, but worst came to worst is Fash would have took one of those before he would have went out chasing drugs. You heard? So maybe it's even like a buffer zone for some people. So to say these are legal prescribed drugs by doctors to get you off these hard narcotics, to get you off these streets, to get you out there, to get you not out there chasing. $40 a day is no way to live. Fash used to live $60 a week upstate in prison, and I didn't live like that. $100 a month, the rest was a hustle. Fash got a mean poker game. Y'all want to play Wiz? Y'all want to play Hold'em? What you want? Hey, what you want? Like, what you want? Listen, random bucks. What you want? A little bit of football, some fancy. Want to get a fancy league going? Yeah. So we got recreation we pour in. So all this knowledge, wisdom, I thank God for, right? So these design treatment plans now, I'm really digging into like my friends and atmosphere around me and stuff like that, and some of my own personal feelings, right? And I understand like there's this prescribed drug that takes away the feeling of being hurt in the stomach. I believe the digestive system. I mean, from the stomach, anybody that's ever been through a detox from the stomach to the, it hurts. So this takes away that pain for a period of time, whatever length they're on it, until they decide to remove that from their plan slowly as prescribed, So again, I'm speaking on prescribed drugs along with prescribed marijuana cards. It's legal in Massachusetts, illegal in a lot of states in the U.S., and that should be okay for part of a treatment plan, seeing how that was the first. I don't know. That's one of the original plants of medicine. Medicine, I know. You know what I mean? So listen. Okay, so we're gonna try to keep on base here. So everybody's treatment plan should be accepted. So some of these people feel not accepted to go back to NA. Some of these people's lives were absolutely connected to NA and stuff like that. And once should they have relapsed, some people don't feel comfortable just going back for the first day. and it becomes a strong cornerstone of who these people are and stuff like that. And they're not even allowed back into these halls around their friends because they feel judged because they're on a maintenance drug. And I'm saying let everything in as a fingerprint, and it probably is. Fash hasn't been in the halls for a while, so I'm just coming out here sharing a little bit of my story, see if it helps anybody. So back to the gut feeling. So we got this physical side taken care of with this box, and I don't know how methadone works. I've never been on the methadone. So we got the physical side, right? But we have this, we as addicts, all addicts, as alcoholics, addicts, if you've been on any kind of substance for a long period of time and it changed up your body chemicals, there's this thing called PAWS, post-acute withdrawal syndrome. And this goes for anything. I mean, if you drink coffee for a long period of time and you stop doing coffee, you're going to get the headaches. You smoked all your life, you stop smoking, you're going to get a little bit angry. Like PAWS comes in everything. Even smoking is even scientifically connected because it hits certain membranes, sort of like a meth or something like that. A caffeine, a speed, a high and upper. It hits these receptors, and once it don't hit these receptors, your body's once it's hitting these receptors, your body's not naturally making these chemicals, and then once that goes away, your body's like, what the hell? Where are these things? I'm confused now. So I believe that is one thing that Suboxone don't take care of. That's one thing that methadone don't take care of. But now we have people that's scared to go into these halls and talk about it to even get to the path to say like, hey, I might need some mental help, because we're feeling too judged on some physical drugs that we're on. And there's all kinds of the red flags there. I mean, there's a HIPAA law, like you ain't supposed to know about people's prescribed medical anything anyways, right? There's a law about that. For two, both of those have an A at the end that stands for anonymous, I believe. Not anonymity. Never said that. That's why I hustle. Is listen. So we're gonna hustle the word is. So we got all that going, right? We got all that going. So we got all this going. We got this epiphanies hitting, you know what I mean? This is something that counselors should strongly consider, and even welcome these patients into your chairs. Welcome this energy into your chairs, even if it is to record it, even if not record it, even if it's to help the person out of the situation, to de-escalate it. Again, this could be just a buffer zone for some people. It's easily found on the streets, just like other drugs too. So it's just as easy to not be on it prescribed and still can't talk about it, right? We put ourselves in closets as addicts, right? Fash found that out very fast. When you wake up with disease, you could find yourself in a closet very fast. So as everybody knows, wasn't too long ago, Fash himself had to check into a place that he used to be a case manager in, a veterans home that used to be a case manager in. I went through my own bad times. I was living in a house that wasn't suited for me, and I just lost my little brother and checked in. So never be too humble. Never be. Listen, hey, my father tell me since I was a little kid, the day you stop learning, the day you stop living, right? So Fash is not above anything. I don't believe I'm as lowly as can be. I'm the sinner of sinners. Like I ask for forgiveness every day. I live my life in repentance. And when I was talking about that NDE, that near-death experience, it brings me to what I call borrowed time. Borrowed time. I always feel like I'm here on borrowed time, and that time's borrowed from the God. And even when I was locked up, I had this thing where if I didn't do something for my mind, body, and soul that day, I was giving a day of my life to the state. Even if that was a holiday, especially if that was a holiday, I'd be down there working out on a holiday. Why? Because if I didn't do something for my mind, body, and soul that day, I gave my whole body to the state instead of doing something good for me that would eventually benefit my children. All right. Again, we didn't have this FaceTime when I was locked up. Fash was released January 11, 2011. Yahtzee, bitches. Anyways, is okay. So back to the God. We do give appreciation. I've been peeping something. I've been keeping an eye on something. I don't know if y'all are following Fash, but Fash took a little bit of his bag. Might have not giving out investment tips, but might have himself invested into Bitcoin a little bit. And even the idea of it alone, because of course it goes up and down. So Fash may not be holding a bit at the time, but could get my hands on one, right? And that's what we do, right? So anybody that's been into this cryptocurrency, anybody that's been into investing, anybody that has any time in their life to watch this video, go watch a video on investing. Go watch a video on investing. This is a redirect right now. Go watch a video on investing. Save your life, bro. Fash has come across a couple bags in his life, 20 grand here, 20 grand there, buy a house, buy a car, watch that stuff go down, boom, 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 watch 20 grand come and go like this, right? Recently came across a bit of a bag myself. I can't tell where the commodities came from, but did not want to watch it go away. Didn't want to watch it go away. So I started studying into some of these videos, seeing how some of these millionaires, I was treating my little bag like a millionaire's because I want that little bag to be a millionaire's bag someday, right? So what we do is we watch the millionaires, we see what they do with their monies, and then we do our things with our monies, right? So I've been learning these things about cryptocurrencies and ways to stretch money and stuff like that. And whether or not Bitcoin is or not the thing, right? It's this. It's, Fash is a Bitcoin enthusiast now, I guess, hoping to own a big piece of the virtual bank in the sky, right? Hoping that's worth a lot of money someday. Hopefully my kids can enjoy that, right? Because that's what it is. Even this planet, everything we're doing right now, this spending time together, we're spending time together just to enlighten the planet, to share some love, some emotional intelligence, some stuff like that, so that we could pass this word, right? So right now we've been talking about maintenance drugs a little bit. We've been talking about God, spirituality, science, how it all ties in, how Fash believes that it's more grace, a blessing, glory be to God, right? So if Bitcoin be this thing, or whatever cryptocurrency we do get our little hands on and stuff like this, if this is a future of decentralized currency, that's something Fash supports 100%. Equals, evens across the board. Imagine a time and place, because there was once a time and place where humans served the proper definition. And if anybody ever look up the Hebrew definition of the term human, it's defined as helper. We were supposed to be helpers of this world, helper of each other. As said in the New Testament in the Bible, King James by Jesus is a doctor doesn't come for the healthy. A doctor comes for the sick, right? So who else would we be here for but each other? Fash is a sick motherfucker. I mean, a sick person, a sick mother father. You heard me? A sick mother father. Because God is one. There is no he or she. Is complete creator, divine creator. I consider myself. I thank God every day just for being a granule of sand in a divine masterpiece. I thank everybody, you know what I mean? Let me just make sure. Of course we went over everything. So decentralizing currency, the last hit, right, is this. A world without currency. So that means we ain't gonna sit around just talking about bills no more. Listen, we can still do things. We can still produce. We can still manufacture. We can still do many things, but it don't have to be under a thumb of a man no more, or woman no more, or a powered figure no more. Fash respects his commander-in-chief. Do believe in a chain of command. A chain of command makes sense, so we ain't all just bebopping off of everything, pinballing off of everything. But let God choose these people. Let God choose these people. The muses, I don't know who chooses the muses nowadays, but y'all choose the muses. Y'all choose the muses. Remember that. Support some of these good muses out there. There's some people kicking some good words, some good entertainment. As soon as Fash could reach out and touch bases with some of these artists again, I could redirect. You know what I mean? For now, keep your eye out for the Pizarro brothers. I'm gonna say that, Michael and Jason. Go ahead and check out their channels. Michael and Jay Pizarro. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's P.I. Put in Michael and Jason Pizz and follow those two people. Get yourself some macro wisdom. A lot of wisdom, right? Lots of wisdom. Lots. How you want it? CCC. Like how you want it? It says. Okay, so if we get a world with decentralized currency, we ain't got to worry about paying the bills no more. We can worry about the planet. We can fix the planet. We can help the animals. We can do all that. Everything's a wrap. I love y'all. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see y'all next time. If you like this, share, subscribe. do all that nice stuff, pass to a friend. Yo, if you want to hear some more of the witness, the testimony, the kid got some knowledge in him, I'd love to come out here and share some more, but we're going to get some people up in the crowd. Yo, I love y'all. Touch bases, and let me know if y'all want to do some live freestyling, yo, some rhyming, yo, because as a matter of fact, you want to wrap it up with a rhyme? Let's wrap it up with a rhyme. I'll show you how fast to do, because I'm going to go out there and I'm going to just rhyme anyways. Like, we're going to sit around with the family. We're going to wait to eat some spaghetti. What? Spaghetti. Remember being upstate, eating spaghetti. Wait. No, really, not off the plate. I mean, the tray. Nah, nay, listen, wait. It's up, upstate, up in the crib, up in the living. That was when we did the decision, the bad one. So it was a bad one. It was straight out the microwave. 80 days, it was 6 minutes at a time. We grind. Well, we wait for the water to boil, some fish oil, so it separate. Keep it nice and greasy. Easily go wash that out in the sink, because we don't want that starch sticky and it be large and icky. So yo, we rinse it off in the cold water. The pasta. Yeah, all right. So follow along, catch the song. Maybe we learn to cook as we sizzle along. Okay, listen back to this. We get it in the summer sausage, the pickle, the cheese, and the mackerel, of course. Tuna, no, that's for yo. More the cold, papa, y'all not ready for this monster type. Y'all live in decisions like, soon we'll be over this. Listen, on banks, okay. Oh, thanks. And yes, wait, I wish I would have caught that at 25K. Okay, I admit that today, but wait, I got it at 50, maybe a little bit less. It's a suggestion is wait to get that. Wait for the train, wait for the trend. Get it in the algorithm, my friend. It'll be BTC. 6 minutes on. What? Suggestion, lesson, testing. Listen, we back to the same old zero goose egg. Yep, but we chase because, they don't even know what we do these days. They don't even care anyways. We be bidding and living and watching out for our children. And oh my God, the government is riddling and rhyming on time. Wait, you getting by. Just barely on like guns and roll over back the reefer ain't easy either. I ain't gonna reach for that kid. Icarus, it be delicious, kid, but the taste is salty. Oh, this is not over. We tread the water. Marine USMC, we ought to be okay. Yo, swim 20 laps at a time at a rhyme. Here we go. On my mind, be my cortex, thorax, that be abs, so chest. Yes, we flex the bice, tries, quads. I mean, back to the bikes. I mean, the Harley. The ride be kind of bumpy, the roller coaster. Oh my God, almost over, yo. But now we just getting on, except for the plan, unless we take care of it. Yeah, yo, living cell, we gotta take care of it. Take care of it. Well, is it giving or we taking? Is it Kevin Bacon 7 degrees? Are we connected to the no? But wait, maybe we are, cause about to try to get into the Walking Dead. Playing and then saying it. Wait a minute, they just taking the soul. Yo, let it go. Poetry, yo. All day they can have it. Let's be straight. No ghosts. I'm out of this zero. Yo, fast. No. Ain't gonna go over the heroes of Superman, cheating, Iron Man, and Lantern. Go ahead and get this in your system. Pass it again. I said thank you. Amen. I'm saying amen. Amen.